Good evening. Tomorrow's Chumash is going to be Shlishi of Parshas Vayigash. We're going to learn now how Yosef told his brothers to return to Eretz Yisrael and bring their father Yaakov to Mitzrayim. He arranged for the family to settle in the luxurious province of Goshen, which was also removed from the negative spiritual influences of the rest of Mitzrayim. Pasuk Ches. Va'ata, and Yosef said, now, le'atem shalachtem oisi heina, it's not you who sent me here, ki alehim, Hashem sent me. Vayisimeni la'ov lefarei, he made me a counselor over Parei, u'la'odin l'chol beisei, and like a master over his entire household, u'meisha b'chol eretz Mitzrayim, and a ruler over the entire land of Mitzrayim. Rashi says, la'ov l'chover u'lepatrin, which is like a colleague and a counselor. Maru va'alu elavi. So Yosef said, go quickly to my father, va'amartem elav, and say to him, Koy Omar abincha Yosef, this is what your son Yosef has said. Samani alihim la'odin l'chol Mitzrayim. Hashem has made me a master of the whole Mitzrayim. Rudo elai al tamid, come down to me, do not delay. Look, Rashi, vola avi, Eretz Yisrael goveya mikol ha'aratzis. He said the term go up because the land of Eretz Yisrael is higher than all the other countries. Yashavta Eretz Goshen, you will live in the land of Goshen. Vayisikarev elai, you'll be close to me. Ata uvanecha uvnei vanecha, you, your children, your grandchildren, v'tzeincha v'korcha v'chol hashalach, your sheep, your goats, and your cattle, and everything that you have. V'chilchalti oischa sham, I will provide for you there. Keidcha eid chamishanim roiv, there's going to be another 5 years of the famine. Pentivorish atu veischa b'chol hashalach, so that you do not become impoverished, not you, your household, and anything that belongs to you. Rashi says, Pentivorish dilma tismaschon, which means so that you do not become impoverished. Lashon meiri shumaisher, this is an expression of impoverished and makes wealthy. Pasik Yud Beis, V'hinei einechem arois, indeed your actual eyes see. V'hinei achi Binyamin, and my brother Binyamin's eyes as well, he witnesses. Kifi amadaber elechem, and that it is I who is speaking directly to you. Rashi, V'hinei einechem arois, b'chvedi, my honor, V'shani achichem, shani mol kochem, my honor, and that I am your brother, for I am circumcised like you. V'ed kifi amadaber elechem b'loshen hakedesh, and I'm speaking to you Lashon Kedesh. Ve'enei achi Binyamin, and my brother Binyamin is witnessing. Hishu es kulam yachad. He equated them all together. Leimar, the sake, shekshem she'en lo sina al Binyamin achi. Just like he has no sina, he has no hatred towards Binyamin, his brother. Shar lo hoye b'mechirasi, he was not involved in selling me. Kach ein belibi sina aleichem. I have no hatred towards you. Pasuk Yud Gimel, V'gatem la'avi es kol kvedi b'Mitzrayim. You should relate to Yaakov, my father, all the honor that Mitzrayim has given me. V'es kol asher isim, and everything that you have seen. U'mehartem v'datem es avi heina, and you shall quickly bring my father down here. V'yipol al tzavari Binyamin achi v'yef. He fell upon the neck of his brother Binyamin, and he cried. U'Binyamin bacha al tzavarov, and Binyamin wept upon his neck. Rashi v'yipal tzavari Binyamin avi v'yef al shnei mikdashis, for the two holy temples shasid and liyas b'chelka Binyamin, which are ultimately going to be in the territory of Binyamin, v'seif and the charev, and ultimately going to be destroyed. U Binyamin bacha al tzavarov, and Binyamin wept on his neck. Al mishkan shilei, for on shilei she'asid liyas b'chelka shel Yosef, which will be in Yosef's territory, v'seif and the charev, and ultimately be destroyed, which is something very interesting. Rashi quotes, and the Gemara brings down, Vayipol al tzavari Binyamin achi vayef, Binyamin bach al tzavarov. Rashi says that each one cried about the other's tzara. So Yosef cried, Binyamin cried on the two mikdashes. Yosef cried on the two mikdashes that are going to be bechelka Binyamin and destroyed, and Binyamin cried on Mishkan Shilei that's going to be in Yosef's territory and going to be destroyed. And the question is obvious. Why didn't each person cry on their own tzara? Why are they only crying on somebody else, not on their own tzara? So the Rebbe explains, Sichem Chelik Yud, that when a person has a problem and you have the ability to fix your own problem, it's not a time to cry. When somebody else is in tsar, so you want to be mitzar, bitzar, you want to be together with them, you want to feel bad together with them because there's really nothing you could do about the enemy tsar. But when it comes to your own problem, that you have to fix. It's not when a person sees a churban in his own Beis Hamikdash, crying is not enough. A person has to be mishtadel to make sure that that doesn't happen. Pasik Yud Tesvav. He kissed all his brothers and he cried on their shoulders. Afterwards, after this, his brothers spoke with him. Rashi says, since they saw him crying that he was entirely at peace with them, his brothers spoke with him. At first they felt embarrassed. The news reached Pari's palace saying, Bo'u Achi Yosef, Yosef's brothers have come. It pleased Pari and his servants. Rashi says, Beis Pari, this is like Beis Pari in Pari's palace. Loshin Bayis Mamish, it means an actual house. Pasuk Yud Zayin, Vayemer Pari el Yosef Emra Lachicha Zeis Osu. Pari said to Yosef, tell your brothers, do as follows. Tanu es be'irchem, load your animals with produce, u'lechu vo artza Canaan, and come, bring it, load up animals with produce, and go and bring it to the land of Canaan. Rashi, Tanu es be'irchem, b'tfuah with produce. U'chu es avichem es batechem uvo elai, and then take your father and your household and come to me. V'etan lachem es tuv eretz Mitzrayim, I will give you the best part of the land of Mitzrayim, and you will eat the fat of the land. So Rashi says, as Tuv Eretz Mitzrayim, Eretz Goshen, this is the land of Goshen. Niba ve'nideh man niba, he prophesied without knowing what he was prophesying. Seifem la'aseisam kimitzulash im bedogim. Eventually, they were to make it like the depths that have of the sea that have no fish. Chelev arz kol chelev loshen meita ba'u. Chelev also always means the best part. Pasik Yutas v'atat tzuvesi zeis asu chu lachem eretz Mitzrayim agolis l'tapchem u'neshechem u'nesasem es avichem u'vasem. You are commanded to tell them, do as follows: take for yourself wagons from the land of Mitzrayim for your children and your wives, and you shall bring your father and come. Rashi says, v'atat tzuvesi mipi leimar lahem, by me to say to them, zeis asu. Do as follows: Kach emer lahem shebershusihu. Tell them that this is with my permission. Pasuk Chof, v'ayinechem al tochis al kleichem. Do not be concerned about your belongings. Ki tuv kol eretz Mitzrayim lachem hu. The best of the land of Mitzrayim will be yours. Chof alav v'yasuchein b'nei Yisrael. The b'nei Yisrael did this. V'yitin lahem Yosef agolis al pipari. Yosef gave them wagons on Pari's orders. V'yitin lahem tzedel aderech, and he gave them provision for the journey. The chulam nasan leish chalifa smalis. To each of them he gave them set of clothing. LeBinyamin nasan shleishmeis kesef. To Binyamin he gave 300 silver pieces, and v'chomesh chalifa smalis, and 5 sets of clothing. U'la'aviv shalach kazeis. To his father he sent as follows: Asara chamerim, 10 donkeys, neisim etur Mitzrayim, laden with the best produce of Mitzrayim. V'esar asanes, and 10 she donkeys. Neisis bar v'lechem umazin la'aviv ladorech, laden with grain, bread, and food for the father, for his father for the journey. Rashi says, Shalach hazeh kecheshben hazeh, with this amount, umau hacheshben asar chamerim. It's 10 donkeys. Mituv Mitzrayim atzina b'gemara sheshalach le'yayin yoshen. We find in the Gemara that he sent him vintage wine, shedas kenim neiche himenu, which old people enjoy. The Medrash says, Gdisin shall pull, this was actually split beans. Bar v'lechem ketargum, as the Targum says, umazin liftin. Pasuk of Dal. Vayishlach es ochi vayelchu. He let his brothers go. Vayemer aleim. He let his brothers go. And when they left, he said to them, Al tirgzu baderach. Do not get angry on the way. Rashi says, Al tirgzu baderach. Al tisasku b'dvar halacha. Shleitis tirgaz aleichem hadarach. Do not busy yourself with the deep halachic discussion so that the way does not become unsteady for you. Dovrach, another explanation. Al tafsiu psiyagasa. Do not take long steps. V'konsu b'cham al-ir, and also enter the town where you stay overnight while the sun is still shining. You should go in b'cham al-ir. According to the simple explanation is, he said to them, simple explanation is he was worried that they might fight on the way about having sold him, arguing that each other saying through you he was sold, you spoke Lashon Hara about him, and you caused him hate. They went from Mitzrayim and came to the land of Canaan. Al Yaakov Aviyam, to Yaakov their father. They told him, they informed him, saying, Yosef is still alive, and he's a ruler of the entire land of Mitzrayim. But his heart rejected it because he did not believe what they said. Rashi, and that he is a ruler. What does that mean? His heart changed and he stopped believing. His heart did not accept their words. This is like the expression lost their taste in the language of the Mishnah. Without respite, and its order did not change. It's translated as Verecha Leifog. Pasek Chaf Zayim Magidale Lemar Eid Yosef Choy. Okay, we did it already. Vaydaber Elav is called Divrei Yosef Asher Diber Aleim. Then he told him all the things that Yosef had told him. Vayaras Agolis Asher Shalach Yosef Losis Eisei, and he saw the wagons that Yosef had sent to carry in. Vatechi Ruach Yaakov Aviyim, and the father Yaakov was revived. Rashi says it's called Divrei Yosef Simen Masalahem. B'ma haya Yosef kishaparish mimenu. Yosef sent a sign to them indicating what subject he had been learning with his father before he left. Pashas Egla Rufa, the section of Egla Rufa, about the calf that its neck is broken. This is what it means. He saw the wagons that Yosef had sent. It does not say Pare.